Rango, I was about to say thank you for cheering there and helping test the bits now that they're available. But something about that alert triggering straight up crashed OBS. Let me know if we're back. Let me know if we're back. That was an unfortunate crash. I haven't seen OBS hard crash like that in a long time. I don't know what it is about the alert that would have done it. Please let me know if we're back up. Shall you try it again? I don't know. I don't know. Now I'm. You were saying back with a bang. And thank you for that, Party Master. If you're still out there, using the Joy Cons detached, and it's more comfortable for me that way. I don't know. I have big hands. I mean, these things are really tiny little controllers, but you kind of get used to holding them kind of loosely in your hand instead of a tight grip on a larger controller. So we're going again. Boy, I'm sorry about that. That crash is no good, no good. Probably corrupts my local recording, and obviously breaks the stream into pieces on Twitch. And Lamia, who does all the and it is a big job, who does all the work cutting things up into sections and exporting them to YouTube. Yeah, seems to think uptime's still good. I don't know how that works, but Lamia does a whole lot of work to get the stream chopped up into the right bits and pieces. And every time things crash, it's extra pieces. Gets to be a little more work for her. But thank you, Lamia. Thank you for doing all of this all the time. It is a huge amount of work maintaining a stream and all the bits and pieces, and getting help with that means a whole lot. It is always a big help, and has been from the beginning. But every time something breaks like that, I think, oh, no, more work for Lamia. Path of Hidden Winds. Was it the alert then? I think so, but I don't understand why. I don't know why that alert would cause a crash, because it's in the same alert box as all the other alerts, which don't cause it to crash. Oh, hello! And Woo helped test the cheering and bits earlier today, and it didn't crash. I'm panning around a bit because I think somewhere in this shrine there might be another platform with the chest that's right around the edges. Maybe up against one of the walls. Yeah, see, I remember this. I actually remember this one. You didn't like this shrine, huh? I think I remember it well enough that it doesn't have to be a pain. But this doesn't quite get us up there, right? Before I go, that's the one I was thinking of. Okay. That little trolley bit there is what most people, if you're gonna miss something in this shrine, it's probably coming around the side of that pillar. Light's bow. might drop something for that. This knight's bow with extra damage, is about to break. But even though it's one of my better bows for damage, it's only got 1 or 2 shots left anyways. So I'll take a plain bow over one that's about to break. Boom! And I think we're good on chest. That's the only chest. Those 2 were the only chests. That same basic idea, that what seems like an almost obvious series of airlifts, but that you have to go around a pillar to find something. Something that looks like the backside, unimportant side of something. A lot of shrines will hide things like that. Sometimes it's the way forward, sometimes it's an extra chest. Always check around the back. I meant to buy one of those pieces of snow quill armor before leaving the village. Anything we see from here? I'm gonna warp back to Rito village. Go pick up 1, maybe 2 pieces of the snow quill armor. Could get over to the flight range. Yeah, I think I saw the light outside the little cabin from that shrine. There's a cooking fire at the flight range. Yeah, but I meant to pick up the snow quill, some of the snow quill armor, while I was here in the village. That. Here. A little up from here. Warm garb. So, I know I don't have the rupees, but I've got a few things to sell, and maybe we could buy the trousers and the tunic. If I can come up with enough. 1150. Welcome to Brazen Beak. First, those meat skewers. Then extra pieces of meat that I've picked up that are already cooked. Roast. Don't really need these flame-proof elixirs anymore. We could sell those. I mean, it's still good to have a backup in case you want to wear one set of gear. You don't want to put on a specific piece for protection. But we've got lizards. We'll get more lizards. We can make more of these real easy. Since we're buying snow quill gear. Sell some of these healing items that aren't much good anymore now that we have more hearts. You can sell some gems and amber. So I usually don't because there's so many pieces of gear to upgrade later. We're going to end up without enough amber and without enough other gems Anyways, even if I don't sell any, we're going to need to collect more when it comes time to upgrade things to higher tiers. I just as soon save it if I can. We've got enough already here. We're pretty good. Let's save that nice elixir and... Ah, what the heck. We got enough now for 2 pieces. Buy the pants. Chest. Excellent. And we'll come back later. A very expensive headdress. I like that headdress, though. I like the little feathers it has. It's pretty cool looking. Yeah, how much amber do we have now? 47. It sounds like a whole lot, right? But I think you could use 75, 100 pieces upgrading things, especially if you include jewelry. But even without jewelry, we're going to need all this stuff for upgrades. I also sold amber before and then came up short later on when I was trying to upgrade things in that first playthrough. So I don't really know how many we're going to need, but you're basically right. We could sell some and we'll be getting more, and by the time we upgrade things, we'll still be collecting more. Probably be all right. But we're good. We're pretty good right there. They're on the map here. Let's try and get to that tower. Also, if we jump back to the Hebra Tower, we can fly down to that shrine. But let's try and get to this tower south of here. Somewhere over this way is another one of the Great Fairy Fountains, which I want to go to so we can upgrade that Snow Quill gear. Might be over towards that tower. I think it is. I think it's right over there somewhere. I could have my direction wrong. I thought it was more to the west. Now that I'm looking over that way, and at those ruins over there, I think it might be somewhere over this way. Rivali, just thinking it might be good to finish armor sets before leaving an area so you don't forget. Also, level 2 quill armor makes it so you can't be frozen. Ice Lizalfos and ice chunks do nothing after level 2. Well, let's head to this tower. Let's start by doing that. It's really quick to come back to the shop. Forgetting it, yeah, we might forget it, but then we can go back and get it. I don't want to sell a bunch of gems right now. We spend a few minutes wandering in the snow with the pieces we already got. We'll run into some more animals. We'll get some more meat. We'll have plenty to buy the Snow Quill headdress. I feel like the, maybe this is not where we're going to run into the Great Fairy Fountain. Shadow cast. And cast a big shadow. Fairy Fountain is far south of Rito Village, if I remember correctly. Well, we kind of have come south of the village to get here. Maybe we'll see it between here and the tower. I thought I recognized the landscape around it, but not so sure. There's a shrine off in the distance, though. Already got enough shrines marked. 2 more shrines marked already. South of the tower, even. Well, then we'll definitely see it from up there. I'll probably recognize it from up there. I'm going up. I don't want to tangle with them. I want to climb this tower. Not metal, is it? No. This might get their attention, but... Yes! Topaz. 2 topaz, 2 amber. Hey, since I see it. See that eye? I can get there without alerting them all, though. Shoot it from a different spot. See that eyeball down there? Could clear a chunk of that eruption. We're gonna have to clear some to get in here. Oh, see it? The more I think about it, it makes no sense that OBS would have crashed because of that alert. content of the alert box really shouldn't matter. 'Cause- But the timing. Tower activated. It's alright, Rango. I do. Scanning area. Boom. Much nicer to have the map. Okay, so the ferry. There it is. You can even see the ferry's pod from here. How much did the last ferry want? The first one wanted 100 rupees. The second one want 500, or was it 1,000? Third ferry is gonna be quite greedy indeed, and the fourth even worse. Second is 500. Is the third one 1,000 or more even than that? Whatever it is, we don't have it. But let's head down there anyways. Find out how much it is. I marked that shrine that's visible, and we've got a couple others marked as well. Like, let's go to the shrine first. We can kind of jump back down to the fairy fountain on the way back. So those pinwheels are markers for a Korok puzzle. I would recommend finding a spot where the balloons pass by, and they will follow a pattern. So if you find a spot they pass by, they will keep going by that same spot. Trying to chase them with your bow and arrow can be a real pain, but if you find a spot they pass by, a lot easier. Listen, one. Woohoo! Green Leader, I don't know if you missed anything, but we're on our way to a couple shrines, which will give us the orbs we need. Get another heart container, and then we'll go back to the Korok Forest. I think you know what that means. This is probably not anywhere I want to jump off of, though. That shrine, you can't quite see anything but the top of it. See those flying guardians? I'm suddenly doubting my my plan to just go climb up the rock on the far side. Seems like a bad plan all of a sudden. Quite a bit of climbing to get up there. We can still do it. Find a good spot to climb in. Straight up it is. A whole bunch of ruins up here. And we're not alone. Have we jumped into any rings yet? Rings of lily pads. It's another Korok puzzle. You don't actually have to do a perfect dive. You can glide and drop, but as you land in the middle of the lily pads. But those little Korok puzzles, how many of you know this already, but there are 900 of those scattered throughout the world. 900 little Korok puzzles. Just a handful of different types, 7 or 8 different types of puzzles, but 900 of them. They are practically everywhere, even if you don't see them. Almost every turn, there's a Korok puzzle. Test of strength. Which one will it be? It's a major. We've got to come back to it. It's a major. I mean, I could go after it with my current gear. I don't have a lot in the way of armor. I would normally use a damage buff. I don't have any made right now. In fact, I've never carried so little food ever. Look at this. We've got practically nothing. Defense buff? Sure, could use that. Armor against this thing? The Zora set. The best armor I've got right now. That bonus doesn't do anything, so we may as well put on the tunic. Kind of funny with the Zora hat. We try this or come back to it? Ryan D. Byrne, thank you for the host. Welcome. Everybody check out Ryan D. Byrne. Give him a follow, please. Ryan, if you're there, welcome, man. Got 2 ancient arrows. You could try to do this with ancient arrows. I do have the upgraded stasis now. That makes a big difference. And a nice guardian sword. Yeah, we should be able to do this. Hey. You're using an ancient arrow. Does it matter what damage the bow you're using is? Had some crashing happening. Had to end. I had OBS crash too. I doubt it was anything related. It's probably something local as opposed to something in the system. But yeah, I did actually, Ryan, I did. It was very fortunate to get one of those early invites to the affiliate program. Did you happen to get one of those as well? Not sure what to do with it yet since it's cheering and bits. We had a couple tests of the cheer and bit system, and one of them may or may not have crashed OBS. So that doesn't quite make sense. Here, take this defense buff. Nope, not yet. Well, I'm sure you will soon. You will very soon. I guess it's weeks. They're going to roll it out over a period of weeks. Thank you, man. I think that ancient arrow just got completely wasted by trying to use it while in stasis. It also didn't do any damage at all. That was pretty rough. Really, not what I was looking for with those ancient arrows. Well, you don't get an emote immediately. They haven't done the, they haven't added subs for affiliates yet, but it does sound like that's gonna be a thing. Did one of the patches change the way stasis, hitting things in stasis works? That ancient arrow I fired in stasis, or even the one I fired outside of stasis. Busted my shield. Ancient arrows don't affect the scouts. I didn't know that. I didn't have enough stamina to hold on in the air waiting for the head to come around so I could shoot it in the eye. But that was the plan. Not good. Is it just gonna warm up forever? It's so evil. It's just gonna keep doing this until it gets me now, isn't it? Not this time. I think it dropped a core too. It did. It did drop a core, it did. We get to replace that sword I just lost. Get to pick up one of the best shields. And one of the best axes. We're gonna have to make room for that axe, though. What are we dropping for the axe? Drop this soldier's claymore. It's pristine, but what have I been using? Or we could drop this knight's claymore. It's almost twice the damage. I don't know how much durability it has left. It's kind of hard to tell. But we'll get plenty more of both of those. Knight's Halberd. We're not taking that. We're not dropping something for the Knight's Halberd. You'd go ahead and mark it that it has a weapon, but you know, I'm not going to, because if I go looking for those weapon stamps, we want an extra weapon. If we ever do a fast traveling between shrines and other places where we'd seen weapons we couldn't pick up and mark the map, we could come back to them. Let's try and only do that for good weapons that we actually want to come back for. We don't really need to worry about the rest. Kind of on a mission. If we weren't on a mission, I'd say let's explore these ruins. Let's pop down to that great fairy fountain. We can find out how much she wants. Greediest fairy of them all. See the shooting star? I don't know if you caught it, but somewhere over there was a shooting star. I don't think we're gonna get there in time. I don't think I'm gonna try. Other places to be. There it is. They might go flying off the cliff, but I don't want to bust up the weapons I'm carrying right now. Pretty soon we'll have the Master Sword. And the Master Sword, even though you wouldn't think of it, that was brilliant. Epic brilliance right there. And those luminous stones gonna follow me down the hill. Bombed myself off of. Ah! Back we go. I was going to say the Master Sword is great for busting rocks because once it breaks, which it will, it'll regenerate 10 minutes later. So if you don't have anything else on you that's good for breaking rocks, you can almost always use the Master Sword unless you're about to go up against Guardians or something. Need a blooper montage. This game could make for some fine bloopers. Mighty thistles. Not as good as other mighty items. If you cook up a bunch of thistles, I don't even know if 5 of them will make a 3rd tier damage buff. They are still good, they're just not as strong as some of the other mighty items. mighty carp and... Boy! Sweet boy! Please listen to my story. I am the great fairy Kesa. This place was once a beautiful spring, but as time passed, fewer and fewer travelers arrived to offer me rupees. As a result, my power has abandoned me. I need rupees to become whole again. All I need is 1,000 rupees. Once my power has been restored, I can help you do great things, boy. Sorry, I don't have your rupees. What's this? You don't have enough rupees? How tragic. How dreadfully tragic. We just need one more shrine. Pick up the Master Sword. Let's see if we can spot that one from here. There's one we can get to from the Hebra Tower quite quickly. Fly right down to it. This one I'm not so sure about. Is it 100? Oh, that'll be our third. So I think you were right about 500. I think it was 100, 500, 1,000, and then the last one, it might be 10,000. It was really high. There it is. Yep, already had the second fairy. That's the one. We were at that, oh no, when we were at that stable, I was looking for a shrine that looked down on this stable, but I think I was thinking of this stable and that shrine. And that green glow, mentioned it the other day, but that green glow is something special. So remind me again why I should be saving all my gems. In this game, saving, you mean sapphires, topaz, rubies, and all that? Because as you go to upgrade your armor, and there are many sets, there's at least 10 sets, maybe 12 sets, not counting the ones you get from amiibos. You can upgrade them to 1, 2, 3, 4 stars. By the time you get to the 3rd tier, or maybe it's mostly on the 4th tier, you're going to need rarer and rarer materials to give to the Great Fairies to upgrade them. So while it starts off with pretty common items, by the 4th tier, you're providing 10 stacks of rare gems just to upgrade a single piece. Stuff like that. 5, 10 stacks, whatever it is. You're going to need a lot of amber, a lot of opals, a lot of sapphires, a lot of rubies, a lot of topaz, and other things. You're going to need a whole bunch of icy Lizalfos tails, red Lizalfos tails, yellow Lizalfos tails, all kinds of stuff that is not too common. You're going to need stacks of. So, worth saving. But as Rivali pointed out, amber's probably the most plentiful. It still sells for a fair amount. You could probably get away with selling a bunch of amber. Bob Bear! Bob Bear, thank you for hosting the stream. Hi Jay, hi chat, hi Bob Bear, welcome. Rivali, at this point your armor's requiring lizards and Lionel parts. Yeah, Lionel parts. That's some heavy duty upgrade materials. That is no small ask. Oh, just get me some Lionel parts and I'll upgrade your armor, boy. The Bantha Bridge Stable. Which I'm gonna cruise right past to go for this shrine. Got any of the climbing gear on. Link climbs so slowly. This is the last shrine we need to go get the Master Sword. That the last fairy asking for 10,000 rupees was a jaw dropper. It's hard to scrape together a few thousand rupees sometimes, and then all of a sudden the fairy just wants 10 just to unlock. I eventually got to the point where I had 100, 150 stacks of all the different arrow types, and it was starting to get real comfortable. That was around the time I started thinking, should I stop now and restart the game for the stream before I finish? I ended up finishing the game, but, well, we're good. We're very good. Aim for the moment. Here. Sure, I kind of remember this. We stop it at a different point. Maybe we need to stop it when it's at its highest point. Cheeseburgers for everyone? I'll get right on that. Mustaches, I'll get right on that. Then what? Maybe we can get it to move off the pedestal and roll down by applying a little force in stasis. There we go. Bada bing. Topaz. Faroche goes for like, flies 10 feet under a bridge at 1 a.m. in the Farron region. Scales sell for like 150 or 200 each. That's a great way to rack up money if it's a predictable spot. I want my arrows back. Also for crafting foods, once you get the Farron Tower open, which we haven't yet, figure out where we're going. Once you get the Farron Tower open, there is a platform that you can almost jump right across to from the top of the Farron Tower. Some Lizalfos there. There's a bunch of hearty durian, which is one of the best hearty items you can find. Maybe the best. Right up there with big hearty truffles. And there's about 10 or 12 hearty durian on that platform. A couple hanging from trees, some laying there. But if you come back from time to time, you can easily build up a big stack of hearty durian. Cook those up, 5 of those together, you'll get full heal plus 20 extra hearts. Fantastic. Ah, okay, I see. There we are. That's what we need. Hit that switch. I should have done that differently. Like this. Is that the only chest? No, there's at least one more chest in here somewhere. Really? Up the, oh, up there. Up there, up there. actually catch that on fire, or do I just need to break? I might just need to break the rope. So the rope seems to be burning now. Would that half work? A little confused by that. Something fell off burning. Anybody see what it was? Yeah, those durians are great, Rivali. Falcon bow. Well, it's a nice bow, but not a fantastic bow. This Lionel bow, since it fires 3 arrows, does most of the time more damage than that 20 damage Falcon bow. We'll go ahead and leave that there. Just shot both ropes. That's what I ended up having to do. Falcon bow has a nice rate of fire. So yeah, some bows talk about being able to fire quickly. Some talk about, like that Falcon bow, being good for shooting from the air. What's the type of bow that says something about being just as good at a great distance as being up close? I was never able to figure out or observe that bow, whichever it is, actually being any different. Does it not have arrow drop? That what that bow name escapes me does. I never did really figure it out. That's what we've got. Means it has less arrow drop, so not none, but less. This would still be good. Egads.
Oh?
What is it, my smart man? What you looking at?
Ah.
What could it be? I happen to notice that a section of the cliff face there in the distance looks almost man-made. My smart man, tell me, you can see it too, yes? I would take a closer look if I could get there on my own. Looking at that symbol up on the wall. You can see from here even that symbol has little lightning symbols around it. Well, if and when we get there... That purple marker for? Why do I have a purple marker somewhere around there? Great Eagle bow has low arrow drop, which is why it can fire so far. I think there's a bow besides the Great Eagle that has a similar property. Hi Claire, how you doing? And the further you get into the game, there's so much stuff laying around. Even if they're not super powerful, soldiers, broadsword, and bow. Everywhere you go, there seems to be weapons laying around. Ah, Great Fairy. Oh, pardon me, I was lost in thought. You've heard of the Great Fairy, right? The one from all those old stories? Well, they're not just stories. I believe the Great Fairy is real, and I'm on a journey to find her. There's a tower just beyond the Tabantha Great Bridge. They say that if you go to the top and look at the ground sometime in the afternoon, the tower's shadow will point to the Great Fairy's fountain. After hearing that legend, I decided to find out for myself. But now I'm stuck here at this stable because, well, no matter how hard I try, I just know I'll never be able to climb that tower. And to think, I even saved up all my rupees as an offering for the Great Fairy. But you look like you could climb that tower without breaking a sweat. You'd be willing to make an offering of rupees to the Great Fairy on my behalf? Yeah, if you're putting up the rupees. Oh, thank you. Here, take the 500 rupees I saved up. It's my life savings. Please, don't just go running off with it, okay? I suppose we can use his offering for the fairies. That fairy, we're gonna have to add to it. We have to sell what? We'd have to sell like 10 amber. Let's go ahead and sell 10 amber. Before we get the Master Sword. Go ahead and do this. That's not what I meant. Here, buy that stack of arrows. What I want to do is sell you some amber. He's only buying them for 30. Not 60, he's buying them for 30. So what do we need? We need, like 17 or 18 of them should be plenty. It's about to start storming. Let's get a line on our next memory. One of the memories in the area from Pikango. We meet again. Please show us another place. Ah, those are the ancient columns. You cross the Tabantha Great Bridge over there. There's a large cliff to the south. The ruins are atop that cliff. That's the shrine we were just at a couple minutes ago. This memory was just like 20 feet away. I recall that shrine you can see on the right there too, so I'm pretty certain that's the place. Instead of waiting for the lightning to strike. I'm gonna pop back to that shrine. The memory. We will drop down on the Great Fairy. Unlock the ferry. Get some gear upgraded. Go cash in our orbs. Get another heart container. Head back to the forest. And we will be wrapping up here pretty soon today. And we're going to have that Master Sword before we're done. Yeah, probably the Luminous Stone. That makes sense. And there really is plenty of Luminous Stone, too. I never ended up using much of it to cash in for diamonds. So selling the Luminous Stone, they're actually 70 a piece, aren't they? 70? Anyways, Luminous Stone is a good one to sell. Unless you expect to need it.
Beat the man! You gotta beat the man!
Woo! What's up, man? And 7 in the house, welcome. Did I go to the right place? I did not. I did not go to the right place at all. Which one? This one. This one. Not that one. This one. Shrine. A hearty woo indeed. Yes, that's right. Luminous Stone is used to upgrade Radiant Armor, which is a special armor purchase. But still, there's so much Luminous Stone. That might be a good one just to sell for coin. If you're not planning on cashing it in for diamonds. Making champion weapons. How fares thee today, S7? It's also used to buy it. I had forgotten that. I know where you get the Radiant Armor, but I had forgotten that you buy it with Luminous Stones. And avoid calling too much attention. There's the spot to recall the memory in the photo. Yeah, I would recommend Crash saving all your gems. You're moderately neato. Excellent. Moderately neato's pretty good.
Nothing. Just as I thought. It appears that this structure was designed to be exclusively accessed by the sword's chosen one. But designs can always be worked around. At least I hope. How do I get inside? I need to activate it somehow. I thought I made it clear that I'm not in need of an escort. It seems I'm the only one with a mind of my own. I, the person in question, am fine, regardless of the king's orders. Return to the castle and tell that to my father, please. And stop following me!
And that, kids, that's how I met your mother. The Kango is great for helping you find those spots. Won't help you find every single one, but he gets pretty close. Back in the direction of the tower, back to the Great Fairy, who we can now afford thanks to the very generous contribution. Random person at the shrine who gave us 500 rupees to take to the Great Fairy. Does anyone know what happens if you take that guy's rupees and spend them? You still complete the quest if later on you unlock that fairy using your own coin. I hope we can upgrade something to the 3rd tier so you can see how the fairies get naughtier and naughtier. 4th tier is practically an assault on Link. Could probably file a report on one of the fairies by the time you get to the 4th tier. Now, you have the rupees for me, right? Hand them over, quickly! I need 1,000 rupees to gain my power. Thank you. You are too kind. Brace yourselves. Ah, the power, it's overflowing! So you're the one who brought me back from the brink. Oh my. I see now that my first impression of you was correct. You most definitely are pleasant to look at. How would you like to live here with me, Link doesn't know what to do with that. Ah, I'm kidding, of course, but you certainly are cute when you're blushing. I really can't thank you enough, boy. But that won't stop me from trying. If you have the materials needed to enhance a piece of clothing, I will enhance your clothes. Hey, evil genius, Blackhurts. It's been a while. How are you? Good to see ya. So, why don't you let me take a peek in that little pouch of yours, eh? With the power available to me, I can greatly enhance your clothing. How are you green screening? Are you playing on the Switch? I am playing on the Switch. It's docked. It's going out to my TV and to my capture device on a separate computer. The green screen's all done on the PC. It's capturing it. David Liam, what's up? Welcome. Enhance away. So, do we have anything? Could go to the 3rd tier, yeah. Take the stealth gear to the 3rd tier. We're gonna get a few upgrades. Just make sure we don't need those silent shrooms or sneaky river snails for anything else. get the climbing boots to first tier. Still short electric key swings to get any of the climbing gear up another tier. We need so much stuff. So much stuff. So keep going. You've got to capture. So how are you green screening? Green screen behind me. What software do you use to stream? Using OBS. So green screen's behind me on the wall, and I use the chroma key or the color key setting filter in OBS Studio to do the green screen. Flamebreaker armor. I can upgrade that a bit. Alright. Let's show you what Tier 3 fairies do. Tier 3 upgrades. They want me to enhance your stealth tights, yeah? Wants to get into my tights. Okay, got it. Now then, close your eyes. This is I need an adult. Safe spot, safe spot. Safe word. Safe word is stealth tights. While sitting in front of the Switch. I'm not sure what we're missing. I'm not sitting in front of the Switch. I mean, the Switch is behaving just like any other console. PlayStation, Xbox, going into my capture device. Look to the computer and the green screen's behind me. So I mean, I'm not sitting in front of the Switch. I'd love to better answer your question, but I'm not sure what piece is missing. There's nothing different about capturing the Switch and being green screened in front of it than there is for a PlayStation or Xbox. It's the same thing. Stealth tights. There we go. You should be able to feel the care I put into that. It radiates off those clothes. So we've got more to work on. Will trousers. Doesn't Nintendo dislike their games being broadcasted? Well, it seems to be all over Twitch. On YouTube, they do flag the cutscenes. Nintendo flags the cutscenes so that if there's any ads that run with those YouTube videos, they get the ad revenue. As far as I know, that's all they're doing. They haven't blocked the YouTube videos of these streams. They just flag them for copyrighted content. So it's more a YouTube thing, but I'm really not sure what how harsh they can be sometimes. Maybe they are putting takedown orders on some content, but I haven't seen any of that yet, fortunately. So Evil Genius Blackhearts, I feel like I may not have answered your question, but help me help you. I'm not sure what you're asking. What's being captured into OBS is behind me, and I'm green screened in front of that, and it doesn't matter if it's Switch or PC or Xbox or PlayStation. It's all coming in through the same capture device and being handled in OBS the same way. Do you have your huge PC? I'm with you so far. Far right of the room. With the green screen. Switch is on the other side of the room. Well, all my stuff's a lot closer together. My Switch is here, HDMI splitter is here, my PC that I stream from is here. Small laptop and no green screen. I mean, I'm trying to picture everything you're describing, but it sounds like your stuff's too far apart. If your PC has a capture device, you're running your capture through a laptop to the TV. Let's see what piece would make things click for you. If you've got yeah, move your stuff around. That's one easy way to put things. But it sounds like you're streaming off the small laptop. Your capture is running through a laptop to the TV screen. Sounds like you need to move things around. I mean, I do everything in the same place. So when you first ask me how I have it set up, it's all very close. But if your capture device is on the laptop, does that mean you are not streaming from your big PC? Are you streaming from your laptop, which has a capture device? Crash, that should only be if you're streaming right off the PS4. If Neo Force's HDCP requires that HDCP be enabled to play the cutscenes, that would be kind of weird. That could be what you're getting at. So your PC monitor is a TV, or you're playing Switch on a monitor? Yes, both. I have a TV that I use as a monitor for my PC. It's what I see the Switch content on. I do have my streaming box has its own screen set up. PS4 needs to have HDCP turned off to stream. Yes, that's generally so. That's why I was wondering about what Neo would be doing with the cutscenes. Because generally capture cards don't care whether you're in a cutscene, and the PlayStation doesn't know you're streaming if you're streaming with a capture device on a PC. Blackhearts, what I've got is everything going into a little three-way HDMI pigtail, so I can have three sources and switch them with a button. That goes into an HDMI splitter, which sends it to the TV and to the capture device at the same time. So I can watch it on the TV while it's going to the capture device that's hooked up to the PC. Maybe that would help you understand what I've got set up. That was just about it. Oh wait, we can take the Flame Breaker all the way to 3 stars. With those smother wings I bought from Beetle the other day, and some Moblin guts. Here she goes with her kissy face again. Look out, Link! Did that help, Crash? Right on. Yeah, if that person was streaming off of their PS4, that's why you would see the PlayStation screen instead of the cutscenes. There are a lot of games that do that. Upgrading the Hylian trousers is not really necessary. There's no set bonus for that set, but it might still be nice to have a pair of pants, a little more armor. We've got a date with the Master Sword. It's time to go on that date. I'm surprised how much we were able to upgrade here. We're gonna be in great shape on Thursday. We're doing whatever we want. We could go after towers, shrines, divine beasts, memories, a little bit of everything. But we're gonna be pretty well geared to just go wandering off in any direction. Maybe we'll go down into the desert on Thursday. Go meet the Gerudo and decide where to go from there. Gonna need to drop at least one weapon. I don't think we have enough seeds right now to get another slot. We're gonna need 3 seeds. More weapon slots for us. We're going to need to drop something to make room for the Master Sword. Why do I have 2 Knight's Claymores that have already been used a little bit? We're going to drop one of them. There'll be plenty of Knight's Claymores to be had. I don't want to drop the Thunder weapons. I don't want to drop these nice Guardian weapons. I could drop one of the Dragonbone clubs, the club or the bat. Guardian Spear, we've used it a bunch. It might be not too far from breaking. Doesn't the Master Sword have its own slot? Let's go find out. Because it's a permanent item? Could be. Let's go find out. We're going to need to pray at a shrine first. Right place, yeah. You definitely cannot drop it because it's a permanent item. But you might need to use one of your slots for it. I will not drop the Claymore. Let's find out. The shrine right next to the Deku tree. Yes, indeed. I know. That's what I'll be traveling to. But I need to go cash in these 4 orbs first. Or did you say, when you meant, when you said shrine, did you mean that we can pray at? Huh. I don't think I ever found the one there in the Korok Forest. But we're here, so. Oops. Go! Bring peace to Hyrule. We're not done yet. Statue. Lucky number 13. I do wish I had the coin, though, for the rest of the Snowquill set. Really looks good. Luminous stones am I sitting on? 28. We'll do that Thursday. I'm not a huge fan of the bandana. It's in the middle of the Deku tree, next to the cooking pot. And I've been in there tons of times. I've spent a lot of time in there cooking and selling, and I don't think I ever noticed it in there. What weapons you got? I will, easier to show you. I'm carrying a great frost sword we've never used. We've got an Edge of Duality. We've got a couple 8-fold long blades. We're about to pick up the Master Sword. Barbarian set. That's the... I never got the Barbarian set, Crash. I never even got it. So yeah, we've got an Edge of Duality we haven't touched. A couple Royal Claymores. 8-fold long blades. Great Frost Blade. Thunder Blade. Thunder Spear. Dragonbone Boko Bat and a Dragonbone Moblin Club. A couple of the plus Guardian weapons. A spear, a sword, an axe. Got one of the champion weapons, the Light Scale Trident. So, when you're wearing a full set of ancient armor, you get a set bonus called Ancient Proficiency, which gives you a damage bonus against everything when you're using ancient weapons. But the Barbarian set gives you a damage bonus versus everything all the time. You don't have to be using ancient weapons. But the damage bonus you get from the ancient set when using ancient weapons is slightly more than the bonus you get while wearing the barbarian set. But the barbarian set works with any weapons, so if I understand right, that's what's up. Yeah, if you don't have guardian weapons, you would use the barbarian set for major combat tests. So let's see here if we really need to make room for the Master Sword or not. Your time has come. It's slipping! Here it comes!
Your master will come for you. Until then, you shall rest safely here. Although the slumber of restoration will most certainly deprive him of his memories, please trust me when I say that I know he will arrive before you yet again.
If I may be so bold, what is it that you are planning to do next, Princess?
The Master Sword. I heard it speak to me. It seems that my role is unfinished. There is still something I must do.
I sense there is great strength in your dedication.
Great Dekutri, I ask of you, when he returns, can you please relay this message? Tell him
Now then, words intended for him would sound much better in the tones of your voice, don't you think?
Yes.
What you just
Good
saw
as new.
happened where you stand 100 years ago. After you were separated from the sword, the princess thought to bring it here, where she knew that it would be safe under my watch. She continues to fight, trapped deep within the confines of Hyrule Castle. Her heart cascades with faith that you will return. She has a smile like the sun. I would do much to feel its warmth upon me once again.
Master Sword. That blade has a name. It is the Master Sword. Used against Calamity Ganon or those tainted by his malice, it will become suffused with holy light. At such times, the true power of the sword will manifest. But be warned, do not rely too much on its power. If you wield it without need, its power will be exhausted, and it will no longer be of use to you. Should this happen, you must wait for the sword to recover. It would be rash to rely on this sword alone to defeat Ganon. I suggest you free the divine beasts before facing him. Boom! I think you were right. We didn't need to drop a sword. It took its own place in our inventory. Master Sword. Its blade gleams with a sacred luster that can oppose the calamity. Only a hero chosen by the sword itself may wield it. And that is now our rock-breaking sword. Should we abuse it and use it until it loses its power, it will regain its power 10 minutes later. Did you just miss it, Green Leader? That's some timing. Luke, auto-hosting, Richie Hollis, auto-hosting, thank you for the host. But we are at the end of the stream here today. We could go a few minutes, but this is a good place to end. We've picked up the Master Sword finally. You cannot throw the Master Sword, but is that when you're full on life or when it is fully charged? It's obviously not when it glows, but it does shoot. Most excellent. Check out right inside the Deku tree. Yeah, let's see. So there was a shrine in there that I don't think I've noticed before. The statue is right in the middle. Oh yeah, right here. I must have walked by it 100 times and not seen it. We go pick up the last piece of the snow quill set while I'm thinking about it. Gonna sell some luminous stones, even though we'll need them for the radiant set, or to turn into diamonds. I think we can sell some. How much do we need? We need 1,000. So better sell 14 of them. Do it. Eat. So that shrine in Hento lets you change containers around. I don't think I've ever been there, but Kim was telling me about that place, and a few people mentioned it. It's near Hiteno, right? Is that what you mean? Near Hiteno, there's an NPC. You say it's a shrine? Lets you exchange stamina or heart containers if you want the other. Could you, after getting the Master Sword, could you shed some of those hearts if you really wanted to? Or does it not let you go beneath 13?
Hey!
There we go.
Oh.
Go talk to a great fairy, too. I'm not sure if we had enough extra stuff to upgrade that headdress, any at all, but it lets you go under it. But it has a price. What do you mean, the exchange price? Is it like 100 rupees premium to exchange? Or do you mean something else? Oh, the price goes up? Cheapest will be the first time. So if you do an exchange, each exchange after that, does the price go up? Take a look at the Snow Quill headdress on Link. Doesn't that look cool? It looks cool. We don't mind breaking a set. We've got the trousers to the 3-star and the Flamebreaker chest to 3-star. So if we're trying to stack armor for whatever purpose, we could mix and match a little bit. Blurpy bunny. Blurpy bunny sometimes appears a second time here. Doesn't look like... Oh, there it is. Don't forget the Endura carrots around the fairy fountain. One, maybe 2 more over here. Tara, we found 2 of your sisters.
Ah.
Cool. Got enough.
Ah.
We should have tried to stasis the Bloopy. That's worth trying. I never thought to try that. All finished. So we don't have enough for another tier right now. No more upgrades for today. We've got all 3 pieces of the Snow Quill set, which means we are good to go for exploring Hebra. A lot of treasure, a lot of weapons, quite a few shrines, a lot of cool stuff to explore up in the Hebra Mountains. And it looks like Thursday, when we come back at it, we may try to get to the remaining 4 towers. I'd really like to unlock that Farron Tower so we can start farming hardy durians, have plenty of good health buffs. We are definitely going to have to work on Thursday to build up some materials so we can cook some damage buffs as well as other things. We are well on our way. We are well on our way. Got the next tower marked. Can head south into the desert. This is Farron, and then I don't remember what these other 2 areas are called, the one to the west or the one in the southeast. But I bet you on Thursday we end up with the entire map unlocked. Can decide where to go. Pretty good stuff. I had a good time today, even if I was a little underfed and scatterbrained. I kind of had a hard time focusing on things. Every time I started to answer questions in chat, I spaced out a little bit. Hope you all had a good day today. There's gonna be no stream tomorrow, but we'll be back at it Thursday. So until then, I bid you adieu. Much love to all of you, far and wide. I'll see you on the other side. Good night for now. We'll find someone to jump in on Twitch. Have a great time. A good day. Thank you, Crash. Cheers, everyone. You're welcome. Steven, Crash, Rivali, Brandon, Green, Leader, Rango, who just took off, Evil Genius, Blackhurts, Jill Claire, Bob Bear, David Liam, Mustaches, S7, Gypsy Girl, everyone lurking out there. All of you who chat, and all of you who don't. There's Ryan. Good night, Ryan. Good night, all. See you on the other side. And a happy birthday to Capitan Cacao, if you're out there. Here, we'll close out with a